talk for a minute? Baby, can we talk for a minute? Can we talk for a minute? Can we talk for a minute? Baby, can we talk for a minute? Can we talk for a minute? Let's just talk for a minute. Let's talk about the way we've been living. Shooting this podcast, trying to make a difference. We could talk about your goals, or let's talk about your vision. We could talk about the foul way that people have been living.
What's going on, everybody? It's Mikhail. Well, let's talk with Mikhail Mutassid. Today, our special guest is
Candace Quintero.
Before we get into the questions, tell us a little bit about yourself, Miss Candace.
I am an artist first, and secondly, I am the executive director at Council for the Arts. I have been living in Jacksonville for over 20 years. I am originally from Arizona, and I'm just happy to be here. Yeah.
So, what first inspired you to pursue your art seriously?
I've always been a very creative person ever since I was young, so that never um, was off to me, but I definitely think seeing other people being able to create and do everything that they wanted to do in life definitely sparked it.
So, what advice will you give to young artists who feel like making money from their art is impossible?
Um, People make money off of anything. Can I say that they sell feet? Uh, they sell feet pictures.
Where they sell them at? Like OnlyFans or something?
Anywhere.
Oh.
Everywhere online. They can sell anything. It's crazy that you didn't know that. I'm just kidding. They really do. Like, you can truly make money off of anything. So for an individual to feel like they can't do that off of art, it's crazy to me because you can make anything. I mean, it is very hard at first to even try to put yourself out there to make money for that. But there's a banana that got sold for like $6.2 million. You can literally make money off of anything. So I don't feel like they should turn themselves away from that.
Right. So, in general, do you think people could use art as a form of therapy? And if so, how?
Absolutely. There are many different forms of art to begin with. Most people just think it's just painting, but you can do poetry, um, spoken word, like literally anything, crocheting. And I think a lot of people don't feel it as an outlet when they are doing that. But as long as you're being creative and having a release, it can be therapeutic.
Do you use your art for therapy?
Sometimes.
So, out of all the things you just named, like, what do you do? Do you just do art, or do you do any of the things you just named?
I like doing meditation a lot. I just went to a sound bath a few weeks ago, and it was the most, I don't, like, it centrals you. It feels so great to be a part of that, and I love being outside. So if I am deciding to paint and it's a nice day, I'll go sit outside in the park. Usually have a comforter in my trunk, and I'll just go find somewhere to sit. I love it.
Pretty dope, right there. So, how can young artists channel their emotions into their work in a productive way?
um, I think the best way is just to let go of whatever it is that you're feeling. Again, like I said, a lot of people feel like they have to use one form of artwork or anything just to stick with it. But if you're a drawer, you can go learn to do pottery. If you're making music, you can go learn to paint or literally anything. So many options.
So, what do you do besides art? Like, do you do pottery or anything like that?
I don't do pottery. I am a very like outside person. So if I'm feeling stressed out or just need to be away from my desk, I'll go sit outside.
When did you realize you could turn your creativity into a career?
Honestly, like, I've seen people doing it on social media and like just in real life in general. So I always knew that it was a possibility, but it just kind of happened whenever I started working for Council for the Arts, and I really do love it. I've been there probably like 5 or 6 months, which is a really short time, but for me to be able to be surrounded by art and have such an outlet, meet great people, it's just really great to to have and be around.
Make you feel like you're at home, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. I love it.
So, where is it located at?
It is on 826 Newbridge Street, downtown. We are doing construction on our road right now, so it looks terrible outside, but inside it's super pretty. We have a new show coming up next week on the 11th. There is a solo artist from White Oak High School, the teacher there. She has an amazing show, and I really hope everyone comes out that night to see it. It is from 6 to 8, April 11th.
Okay. So, what about on like regular days? What are y'all hours of operation?
Our regular days, we have Wednesday through Friday from 12 to 5, but we do have quite a few events throughout the month. All of our events are posted on our Facebook page, Instagram, and on our website, jacksartsnc.org.
What if people want to look at your art or follow you on socials? What is your
For my art Instagram, it is XKRQ Visions. I came up with that name because I want people to see my artwork through my eyes. So it's my initials and then Visions. And then my personal Instagram is Candace, but it's with a K and 4 E's.
4 E's? Go follow her. How do you get your first big opportunity or breakthrough?
My first big opportunity, I started painting in 2019 and I applied to be in an art show in Charlotte, and I didn't think that I would get it, but I was accepted into it. It was a really great experience. I was there for the whole weekend just because why not make a weekend out of it? They had a theme for it, and I did a couple new paintings. I actually sold like my first big painting that weekend, which was pretty exciting. And then yeah, ever since then they've been sending me invitations to come back.
You said first big payment. I know who I can ask for a loan. No, but that's pretty cool. So, do you go back with the when you receive the invitations?
Yeah,
Or?
I think the last time I did it was 2023. That was the last time that I did it. It was a small location, but I mean, there was a lot of people there. It's pretty nice.
How do you balance staying true to your creative vision while also making a living?
A lot of the times, if I get commissions or something, it's pretty much aligned with the things that I already do, so it makes me feel comfortable. And if there isn't something that I do, I definitely refer my friends to them or anything. I love the way my friends work. I love the way that I work, and I know if I can do something, I'm definitely gonna push it towards them.
That's pretty cool. Everybody eats,
Everybody, there's room enough for both of us at the table.
right? So, what struggle did you face early on, and how do you push through it
Struggles as an artist or like as a worker?
as an artist?
As an artist, definitely comparing myself to other artists. That is the biggest thing that people do is put themselves in a box because they feel like they're not good enough or they just can't compare to this person. And you should never do that, whatever it is that you do, because we all have different visions, we all have different things. There is something that you like that other people in the world are going to like.
Right, right. So, what's the best piece of advice you ever received about pursuing your passion?
If you're doing what everyone else is doing, you're not doing it right. And you have to be yourself. Like, it literally does not matter. If you do not know yourself, go find it.
Right. So how do you separate yourself then?
That I don't know how to separate yourself. You really have to figure out what it is that you want in life, not listen to anybody else's wants or needs from you. You have to know what it is that you want. And if you're trying something out, that's completely fine. If you figure that it's not for you, leave.
So how has social media and technology changed opportunities for creative people today?
I think social media is so great for other artists and creatives just because it's a better way for them to interact with each other. Like I said, when I went to Charlotte, like I would have never dreamed of me doing that, but I only did it because I was able to connect with other people. Um, the disconnect that I have with it recently is AI. It is the absolute worst thing ever because it takes away from actual artists.
So, what are some mistakes you made along the way that young artists should avoid?
Doubting yourself, putting yourself in a box. Your biggest obstacle is literally always going to be you. And as soon as you realize that and get over that fear, you can do anything. The world is absolutely yours. As a career person, being the underdog is very hard. A lot of people feel like you can't be somewhere just because you haven't been through what they've been through, or you haven't experienced the things that they've experienced. You haven't gone to school for certain things, and that's no way to treat a person. I am a very fast learner, so I push myself through literally everything.
So, I got another question. I was on the internet the other day and I was reading like people got the most creative during COVID. Is that true or?
It is true, yeah. I mean, people were in their houses, so they had literally nothing to do, but it definitely did happen over COVID where a lot of people started to get creative. Um, Around that time was the first time that I actually showed my artwork at Council for the Arts, where I work now. And I've been there showing art for the past 5 years, and it's a great place. A lot of people feel like they have to travel outside of Jacksonville just to see or be around anything creative. And there are so many talented and creative people here that you do not have to go that far. Thing.
Right, everybody walk of life is different.
Never the same.
Never the same
Mm-mm.
at all.
Mm-mm.
Okay. So, what's the best piece of advice you ever received about pursuing your passion?
um, Honestly, just be yourself. Do whatever makes you feel good. I used to work at the post office a very long time ago, and I decided to leave because it no longer felt right for me to be there. And that was a leap of faith, honestly. I was there for 7 years and it didn't feel right anymore and I just had to leave.
So, what you do now? You're at the art gallery full time, or?
Yes, I work there 4 days a week, and then whenever we have events, I'm always there. We rent out our space to anyone who wants to have a solo show, a little party. We just had someone celebrate 50 marathons, or not 50 marathons. She's done a marathon in all 50 states, which was really amazing to see. Her friends and family like showed out for her.
And that's pretty dope
Yeah,
right there too.
I'll get you her contact so you can do an interview with
Okay, okay, yeah, I'll like to have her.
her.
So, how does social media and technology change opportunities for creative people today?
Social media is just really great for other creatives to interact with each other. Like someone could be across the United States and I'm still able to contact them and get shows and, do literally anything that obviously a lot of artists way before any creative wasn't able to do unless they traveled that place.
So, when you say do shows and stuff, do y'all do like virtual shows in the art world, or how does that work?
There are some places that do virtual shows in the art world. There are places that you can, if you're not able to travel there, you can send your artwork to that place and they'll be displayed for however long they're having a show. I think it's pretty cool.
You ever sent any of your art out?
No, I haven't.
Not yet, huh?
I mean, I've sent it out for like when people bought it. I think my artwork is in like 5 or 6 different states right now.
Oh,
Pretty cool.
few more when you'll be at 50. So, what are some mistakes you made along the way that young artists should avoid?
Mistakes that I've made is putting myself in a box and just not being true to myself. A lot of people, they compare themselves to other artists or they just feel like they can't do something. Saying that you can't is really the worst thing that you could ever do to yourself. And I know that because I've done it so many
So, do you do it now, or are you more open now about yourself?
times. I feel like I'm more open about myself. There are days where I still struggle and it is very hard, but also having a very big support system is the best way to keep going. all of my friends and family have been so supportive. Whatever dark days that I have, they're there to pull me up, and it's the greatest
Right.
thing.
So, what's one thing young artists could start doing today to build their skills and brand?
Um, Talking to people. And as introverts, it's very hard to even try to put yourself out there, and you don't want to. But there are stars and celebrities that are the exact same way. They didn't always start out as this extroverted person that wants to be in the limelight all the time. So, I mean, even today, they all go out and then go home and be away from the world forever.
So, like, if they had like a creative piece they wanted you to check out in the art gallery, what is the address to the art gallery?
The address to the art gallery is 826 Newbridge Street. They are doing construction right now, so it looks real bad, but I promise we're still open. It's so pretty inside. I just repainted the entire gallery. Like, it looks great.
What's the hours of operation?
We're open Wednesday through Friday from 12 to 5. Sometimes we're open on Saturdays if we have events. We usually have events every second Friday of the month, or every third Saturday, possibly.
Just making sure.
We didn't talk about this wonderful article that I wrote. We have been featured in Onslow Business. It is a publication that is going around most of Onslow County, actually. It is in quite a few businesses. But yeah, I wrote the article, explains everything about Council for the Arts. There are a couple pictures in there of me. We have bulldogs that are around Jacksonville. If you've seen them, go on our website, jacksartsnc.org, and it has the map of all 15 of them at the moment. And you are able to adopt one. We have 4 or 5 different sizes, and I think it's a really cool thing.
Right, it is. Not naming all of them, but where is some located at?
There are, let me think. There's one in front of the hospital, one in front of Jones Onslow Electric Company. There are 2 in front of City Hall. There's one at our building that looks like Star United. Super cool. The police department, the fire department, Jacksonville Station. There's so many everywhere. Marine Federal.
So, where do you see your art and career in the next 5 years, and what's your ultimate goal?
I don't know where my career is going to go. I do want to keep going as far as I can, but I do want my name to be like a household name, whether it's furniture, artwork, literally whatever it is.
So, do you do anything now, like clothing? I know you do artwork. Do you do clothing or furniture or anything?
I have remade a few things. I collect records. So a while ago, I found a desk on the side of the road. I remade the desk. I completely tore it apart and repainted it. Um, that's on my art Instagram if you guys want to take a look at that. Also, there's another desk that I did for my friend's daughter for like a school desk. That's on there.
Yeah, so you're real creative, huh?
I love it.
Yeah. So, I mean, if people be like, "Yo, I want this whatever made," can you do it for me? Would you be interested in doing it, or?
Yeah, I've done quite a few things.
Okay. So before we get out of here, I know you see I have a few signatures on the table. I would love for you to sign and date it.
Absolutely.
Tell a friend, let's talk.